Hi, my name is Faith and I run the aldo condensation synthesis.
Hi, my name is Daniel Grigori, and I am the chef you'll be seeing shortly cooking up some chemistry.
Hi, my name is Sierra and I edited the video.
Well, hello. Welcome to ChemiCook, where chemistry and cooking unite. Today we have a special recipe for you. We will be cooking up an aldol condensation reaction, starting with nothing other than good old alcohol. As I mentioned before, we have a very special recipe. Let me grab this. Found on one of those hipster websites, so everything's vegan and organic. Alright, so we start with a little alcohol, as I mentioned earlier. Pour that in there. Oh, excuse me. Next, we're going to add a little bit of acid. Where is that acid? Acid right there. Oh yeah, nice and juicy. We don't want it to be too dry. And what we're going to do with that is mix it all up. Mix it, and that gets us our first product. Ooh, it's hot. A nice alkene. Now we put that back in, and we're going to need a little bromine. Where did I put that bromine? There it is. Red bromine, same thing. Put that in there, mix it up a little bit. And what that's going to do is grab the alkene and make some carbons with more bromine on the sides. Now we can't let that stay like that. We're going to want to rip those bromines off. So what do we use? Little Na, NH2 with NH3, and those will take those bromines right off. Mix that up. Our next product is going to be a nice little alkyne. But we're not done there. We gotta expand this a little bit. So we're going to put in 2 times the Na, NH2, NH3 with some more of that bread. Right there. Put it on there, mix it all up. And what is that going to do? That's going to expand to give us this. Now we're not quite done yet because we got to make this bend a certain way. So what we're going to use is a little hydrogen and little earth palladium. Yep, put those in there. Mash it all up. And that's going to get us our product right there. Now, the last step here for our first major product is a little tricky because it requires 2 things. First, a little bit of water, H2O, pour that in there. And the second is a lot of oxygen, so we're going to put all that in there and mix it around. Now, what does that get us? I'm glad you asked. Good old aldehyde. Get it? Like hide, skin. All right, now that we have our aldehyde, I'm going to let it cool off. Keep it fresh. All right, now we can move on to the next portion of our recipe. We have our aldehyde chilling in there. This next step, oh, we don't need that in this next step. But in this next step, we start out with the benzene, and I have that cooking in the oven right here. Perfect. Now, starting with the benzene. Perfect. All right. After we put our benzene in, we are going to need a lot more of that bromine. Where did I put that bromine? Here's the bromine. Here's the bromine. All right. Look at all that bromine. We need a lot of the bromine. Put that all in there. As well as the bromine, in addition to the bromine, we need a little bit of iron. All right, now that we got our iron in there, we're gonna mix it around just a little bit. The next step is a favorite step of mine, specifically because we need a little diethyl ether. We have that on hand. Perfect. Now that we have the diethyl ether in there, we can add our magnesium. Basically magnesium. Put that in there. All right, we mix and we mix and we mix and we mix and we mix. And what we get is benzene with magnesium and bromine attached to it at the same time. All right, now this is really tasty, believe me. We have our benzene with our bromine and our magnesium. So we left off with our benzene, with the magnesium and the bromine. And now that we have this all nice and piping hot, we're going to mix it with that, remember what we made earlier? That aldehyde. So I'm going to get that out of the freezer real quick. Delicious. I'm going to add this in with this. We'll mix that around a little bit. Perfect. Mwah. So what we need next, let me consult with the recipe. Yes, we need a little more diethyl ether. We'll bring that ether bunny out again. Right there. Put that in. And we're gonna have a little more acid. Perfect, right there. Again, a little more of that acid. We mix that right in. All right. Once we mix that all up, we get, gotta be careful. Ooh, we get a secondary, what is it? Alcohol attached to that benzene ring. So, next, we're going to add a little PCC, and I think I have that somewhere. Gotta be extra careful with the PCC. Gotta be extra careful with the PCC. It's kind of sharp. Put that right in there, along with some CH2, Cl2, and in a pinch, a little pool water will provide that Cl2 you need. So we'll mix that in there with the PCC. Oh, mixing, it's so much fun. But that reaction gives us another major product that we need. It's going to be benzene ring with a key. What's this? Oh, tone. Gives us a benzene ring with a ketone. That's right, a ketone. Wasn't that ketone fun? Man, I just love ketones. Well, our next step doesn't quite involve a ketone, but it includes something that's been pre-made. We have a primary, you know what it is, alcohol attached to a benzene ring. We'll put that right in there. And we're going to add a couple reagents that we've already used. PCC, be careful, it's sharp. And a little more of that CH2, Cl2, pool water. Now we're going to mix that all up. Keep mixing, 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 mixing. This reaction is going to give us our furry friend again. an aldehyde, there he is, attached to a benzene ring. So, the next part of the recipe calls for some more mixing. First, we use this benzaldehyde that we had. Put that right in there. So once we put that in there, we're going to mix it with that, you remember it, benzene ring with the ketone. Alright, now that that's all in here, we're going to use a couple more reagents to make another thing happen. What we need is a little base. Don't drop the base. With a little more H2O water. That makes our big old aldol addition product. And that looks like this. We have a benzene ring with that ketone and, oh, what's this peeking out? Another benzene ring with an alcohol. Didn't that look tasty? I'm drooling just thinking about it. Now we're not quite done yet. We have one more step and we have to add a little bit more base as well as heat. Man, wasn't that heat fun? We're going to mix it just a little bit more. Now, a fancy mechanism creates the condensation product. Hey, let's take a moment to talk about that fancy mechanism. So, we start with the addition product here, and what happens, that base that I dropped in deprotonates the product. It moves this bond here, and it moves this bond up to the oxygen. Now, that gives us this one over here. And the protons around the oxygen are going to reform this double bond, causing this one to move over. And unfortunately, we get rid of this alcohol group right here. And that gives us our main condensation product with a double bond and a ketone. And that looks like this. We have one benzene ring with that ketone and another benzene ring that got rid of that alcohol, unfortunately. But a double bond was formed. Now wasn't that scrumptious? It looks like we're about out of time. So thanks for watching ChemiCook, where chemistry and cooking combine. Is that a cut? Oh, finally. Wait, turn that off, turn that off.
This was a very interesting work for us. We were able to come together as a team to make this product. And one thing I learned from this experience was how to actually spit out a synthesis in 2 minutes while eating chicken.
I learned more about syntheses in general.
Syntheses.
Syntheses in general, as well as video editing. Not my finest work, but time constrictions.
And I learned and realized we'll do almost anything for extra credit.